Now this game comes in two settings, easy and hard, but they are selling it as storyteller and escape room. Storyteller gives you voice hints and objective markers, whilst escape room gives you the exact same, but only if you ask for it by ringing a bell like a town crier, which they will give you. So for me, the game feels too hard on the hard setting, as there just wasn't enough clues or visuals to really tell you what you're meant to be doing. And then it was far too easy on the easier setting. I felt like I was just going through the motions and not being challenged at all. Now, so you have context, I played the first 2 chapters on hard and then the rest of the game on easy. I felt bored. The story was just boring and I wasn't excited to get through the game. If this wasn't a review, I'd have stopped after 3 or 4 chapters and most definitely would have refunded the game. In my first 5 minutes, I encountered a bug which turned my screen to black when I picked up a flute and tried playing it, so I had to restart. Whilst the ship looks nice and some of the backdrops look great, some of the gameplay feels simplistic, like lighting a rod to fire cannons, pulling on rope to reload those cannons, and filling up buckets of water to put out small fires, never actually seeing anything you are shooting at or even which way you should be firing. It didn't feel like I had a purpose. All the puzzles felt kind of simple, like finding cogs or broken pieces of a picture, and you didn't have to look very far. Some of the puzzles were okay, like having to counterbalance scales to unlock a drawer, or finding something the same weight as another object to swap it with on a counterweight platform. But the problem I found was there's not enough stuff to pick up, so chances of finding the correct pieces was quick and easy. I'm not saying it's all bad. I'm not the best for puzzle games, and I have played quite a few, but maybe for you veteran escape room players, you might want to set this on the harder setting. It didn't feel like it was an incredibly big game, and it just felt like at times like I was just being pushed along through it. It's 13 chapters and I got to chapter 13, but then the black screen bug hit me again, and no matter what I'm doing, I can't seem to play any further. But up until this point, I had been playing an hour and a half, so you might get an hour and 45 minutes to around 2 hours out of this game. My favourite part of this game was getting some exercise in by having to row a little boat quite a lot. I wanted to like this game, but it was just too boring for me. I wasn't getting any joy out of playing it. I bought it because of the voice of Lucy Liu, but not even she could make this interesting for me. Those who like escape room type games may enjoy this, but I don't really have time to spend an hour looking for one thing that leads me to another hour looking for another thing when I'm just not engaged in the storytelling. So on that, I rate this game a 16 out of 25, and you can find my scoring system in the description section below. Now check out the rest of my gameplay, and please give me a like if you enjoyed this video, comment if you have played it and what your thoughts are. The more people that comment, it gives other people more opinions to judge their decisions on. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and most of all, have a great day and happy gaming. Thanks guys.
Come, it's time we pay our respects to Mato.